Y'all be looking for a good chicken wing recipe? Now, if you're grilling or you're even in the house, we got you covered, because this zesty horseradish honey sauce that goes on there, even you'll fly to the top of the roost to get you some of these. Come on, let's go. Now, I want to thank y'all for tuning into our channel. My name is Kent Rollins, and we do a whole lot of cowboy cooking. But we have got an easy appetizer for y'all, courtesy of Shannon, the boss of the whole operation, and it is pretty good eating, it is. Now, I had a long discussion with the Beagle the other day, because some people want to call them buffalo wings, but none of them had none of these apparatuses, so I'm just going to call them chicken wings. This is a great thing to do in the backyard on the grill, but you can also do it in the oven in the house. And for any conversion rate or anything you might need to know about this recipe, Shan has it listed as always right down there in the little link below. Now, you're going to hear a little racket out there in the background today, like maybe some of that going on. It is sale day down here, and we are selling a bunch of cows. Not us, but a whole bunch of people. So if you hear it in the background, it's what I call music to my ears. Now, this recipe calls for 2.5 pounds of chicken wings. Now, you can see this would attach to the chicken up here on the side and have feathers growing out, but chickens don't fly much, just to the roost, and that's it. You can get them little drumsticks, you can get whatever you want, but I really do be loving me some just whole chicken wings. You can leave them just like this when you cook them, but I don't like to, because they sort of bunch up and try to get in there. See this motion here? That is what you call a chicken wing doing the, the rocket kick. So, the wing in, pull him out, take the skin right there, just slice it down to the joint right there, just barely hit it, and then pull. And you're gonna see that knuckle bone detach from the rest of it, and then all you gotta do is cut it just like so. Now, I don't know if y'all can see under the table, but the Beagle is anxiously awaiting some cooked chicken. So,
we also have some other spectators.
Yes, we do. The neighbors from down the road come and seen us today. Now, I know I be hearing you some out there saying, we ain't done a beef recipe in a long time, but folks, hang on, they're coming. And you know what also is coming, don't you? Valentine's Day is coming up. You be sure and watch this video next week so you can practice to have it on the Valentine's Day night special. So we got all these little chicken wings cut up. So we got to mix us up some marinade to go with this. What do we got? Half a cup of... What do we got? Half a cup of your ketchup.
It's a hard one.
It is a hard word for me to say because I ain't too sharp. 1/4 of a cup of honey. Now, it can be room temperature. It don't want to come out here very good. It's about 40 degrees out here today. We're going to put 2 teaspoons of lemon in there. You can use that out of the bottle. You can use anything you want. But me, I'm going to use this one right here, and I'm going to say that that is 2 teaspoons. Also, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar because I like the acid in there that's going to break them wings down a little. So there's 2 of them. 3 tablespoons of horseradish. And do you know, can you see that, Shan? This will not fit in there.
Uh-oh.
So let me get my digging apparatus out. Bear with me, folks, as we have one of these conundrums in the kitchen. I can't even pronounce that word. What is it, Shan?
It's German.
It's
Engelhofer.
I like a little Engelhofer in mine, I do. Stir it up really, 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 really well. We got to have one of these because we need to save about 1/2 cup of this, which is about yay much. See these little winglets now? They gonna get all, did y'all see that paper bow bly? I didn't. Now you got to get your hands dirty, folks, because we got to make sure that everybody gets some of this on them. We're going to let them set 1 hour in the ice box. Now, you folks that are new to my channel and don't know what ice box is, that is the refrigerator part, not the freezer. Cover them with you some tin foil, slip them in the ice box, let them set an hour. But tune in, folks, because you don't want to miss the rest of it. Now I like to let them just bring them out of that ice box, set them on the counter about 20 minutes. Make sure, folks, they are above a height the fat beagle can't jump or they won't last long. So if Shan will zoom in here, I think you can see most of that good oak and mesquite is over there on that side. And if you don't have a ways or a means to cook this indirect and keep it a little slow, put them on the top rack and let the heat all the way to the bottom. Now if you're doing this on a gas grill, turn maybe the middle one out, put the two on the outside in low gear, and then put them up there on top of the grill, because we want to start these things out and let them get good and slow cooking at the start. So let me go ahead and place these little boogers on there and see where they're going to fit. And the beak says, hurry Dad, I be needing a bite really bad. Before we finish this deal plumb off today, we will go back with a little hickory chip to give us a little more extra smoke. Coarse ground black pepper. It's all we're going to use today, folks. So we got them all seasoned up, we did. I got the fire as low down there as it will go. My little grate gets hung up here, so let me go ahead and shut this lid so I can trap some of that heat in there. Now say you're cooking these on a grill, you ain't got no way to slow the fire down, a shelf on top, nothing. Well folks, remember what I told you about cooking chicken to make it tender? Go ahead and wrap these boogers up in some tin foil, seal them up tight, lay them on there about 10 minutes each side, flip it back over, same again. Then you can take them things out of there and just put them directly over a hot fire and you'll be good to go. So say you ain't got no grill, you ain't even got no ways of cooking these outside. Shan's got you took care of with the little recipe, remember, but it's always down there in the little link. Preheat that oven to 400 degrees. You gotta lay you a baking sheet out there, put you a rack on it when you place these little chicken wings on there, because if you don't, they're gonna burn. We have been on 5 minutes. So let's take a little look-see in here and see what's happening. Oh yes, just what I'm after. Let's go ahead and rotate them little babies around there and we'll pepper that other side while they're sitting there too. You can see they're just beginning to get a few grill marks on them. I just want to keep them slow and tender here, because if you go to glazing this stuff too quick with any kind of sauce, you know what's going to happen, don't you? Remember what I told you? You in the back, what's it going to be? Yeah, they going to burn. Now, these little drummies that was the front end of them wings coming right off that chicken, they going thicker, so they are going to take a little longer to cook. So remember that too as we go through this process. Let's find the magical box, which Shan will have in the little description to go. We get this from Amazon, so be sure and check that out, folks. Do you be needing one of these? They are very handy. Let me shut the lid on them, folks, so we can trap that heat. Well, it has been another 5, it has. So before we go on any further, let me remove a grate here. Bear with me. We're going to level that fire out just a tad. And folks, I need you to be telling me, what kind of hardwood lump do you like to use? I get a lot of questions. I use a lot of Cowboy brand, B&D, Horizon, Verizon, I don't know what it is, but make sure it is good. Just let me know what y'all be having in your mind and what y'all like to use the most. We're gonna go back with some mesquite. Nuh-uh, it wasn't mesquite, some hickory chips. Now if you wanna soak these, you can if you're smoking something a little longer. And if you need to think about how you're gonna cook the rest of this whole chicken, Shan will have you a link back up there to where we did the barbecue chicken outside. So let's go ahead and put us some hickory smoke in there. And you can use cherry, peach, apple, hickory, pecan, whatever you want. Now then, we've been on that 5, remember? Let's go ahead and turn these rascals right over here, because we want to get us some good grill marks on these little rascals. So let's see, can we slow that flamethrower down a little by choking that oxygen off of it everywhere, and see if that fire will die down a little. I made a mistake. I should have let that fire go out before I moved them birds, but we will be okay. Now, we're going to check this in about 2 minutes, and we've been on a minute already, so when we pull that up there, we're going to go to basting right then, because this is a hot fire, does not take long. Remember that reserve sauce I was telling you about? It's time to put it on. Make sure everybody gets some of that loving. So we closed the lid, folks. I'm just trying to trap me some more of that smoke in there. We are oh so close that we ain't gonna leave it down there long, just about long enough for it to get that smoke circulated around there again. turn them back over, baste them again. We'll leave that lid up and we'll be whoo, so close. And let's do some rebasting. They're all about done, especially these winglets here that are all by themselves. So until we get the rest of these little drummies to get that far along, we're gonna put these little fellers right up here on top so they can watch. Well, stick a fork in it, this deal is done, and that dog will hunt and that chicken will go to roost. And this one is probably my favoriteest piece that was in there.
Do the chicken dance.
Woo! Cock-a-doodle-doo and raise the rooster up. That is probably some of the best chicken wing I have ever had. Folks, Shan asked me to describe this taste to y'all, so I'm going to tell you in one word: larping. Larping good it is. Now, to me, there's two main players in here beside the fire. That is the horseradish and the honey. Now, horseradish can be a little over-powerful if you just got way too much of it and you don't blend it well with something. But that honey has toned this stuff down, and it's got that good sticky feel to it. You won't be able to turn it loose to drop it and afraid the dog's gonna get it. It will stick a hole. But here we are, another episode in, and I need you to try this. Are we gonna get any tail wagons? It's not beef, I know. How many tail wagons does he get me? 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. It come to life then. Folks, it's a very simple and easy recipe, whether you're doing it in the house or out here on the grill. Shan will have you remembered everything you need to know in that little description below. And folks, I need to take a minute of your time and tell you I am so proud for the families that watch together. I get so many emails, so many comments that say we sat down as a family, and some of these are young folks, 2, 3, 4, 5-year-olds. They gather them around and they watch us. We appreciate that. Touches mine and Shan's heart. And we have some special shout outs this week because we have so many servicemen and women that are watching our videos that are overseas. And thank you, good Lord, and thank y'all for keeping that flag up. We appreciate it as we always do. But that is Staff Sergeant Henry Palmer. Thank you, my friend, for always watching these videos. And we have a guy on Twitter that posts these recipes most of the time before Shan even gets to do it. His name is Philip Krull. Philip, thank you for always watching. But we done got us a new cooking cowgirl. I done seen her, and she is a dandy. Her name is Lily, and she can cook, and she does look good cooking in the kitchen. So we appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, I'll tell you this, a little word of advice, and I'll let you go. If you don't think you're getting a fair shake in life, try reaching your hand out, shaking a few more hands. It'll help you. God bless you, each and every one. We'll see you down the chicken wing trail.